You on this room. That's what I be doing. No, I didn't. Y'all said that.
And from London to the Bay, it's hammer, go hammer, every hammer, don't hammer. And the rest is on its way to festive.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Take it to the stars. How many people you know can take it this far?
Air, anything.
It's good, man.
And we're on.
Oh, are we?
We are on. We're back. It's Wednesday. We in it. Happy Wednesday. And this Wednesday didn't Wednesday for me. It was a good Wednesday. Did y'all have a good Wednesday?
A decent Wednesday.
Oh, you don't sound like your Wednesday was all that good. My Wednesday was pretty good.
A lot of rain.
Anyway, yeah, there was a storm. It was weird this morning too. It was a little weird this morning. A little hurricane-ish. You're right about that. I forgot about it. The sun came out and I forgot about the little hurricane season.
You like to talk and you can get all this tonight.
You know, as soon as that thing say we are live, you change on me.
I didn't change. I say it every week. You like to talk.
What? Well, it's a podcast, isn't it? A talk show.
I get you. Go for yours. We have a guest you want to introduce.
Can I please? Oh, thank you, sir. So, remember last week when the person who doesn't like to talk said that this is going to be let 2025 be the best financial, successful, emotional, and mental year that we have of our lives, just to make it the greatest year ever.
Wait a minute. You say I don't like to talk, but I'm on a whole talk show, as you said?
Yeah, you had a whole speech too.
Okay.
Anyway, we agreed. That should be something that we take time to manifest and to pray for and to speak into existence. Let's make 2025 the greatest year. People are so fearful right now because of the presidency and everything else that's going on, but we have a chance to flip the narrative and make this work for us. So that brings me to you. Mike Wright is here and he is going to really drop a lot of gems. So grab your notebook, run and grab your people, do what you got to do while he gives your introduction, because tonight we're going to talk about mental well-being. We're going to talk about emotional well-being. We're going to talk about financial growth. We're going to talk about family, community, everything. You can literally have it all if you know how to play your cards right. Mr. Mike and Joyce. I'm going to say Uncle Mike. I don't say it on Mr. Mike. I don't even feel right saying that. Uncle Mike, introduce yourself.
Well, first of all, thank y'all for having me. I always start and proudly say, my name is Michael J. Wright II. I'm proud of my name, and I'm always going to introduce myself that way. I had this small prayer when I was probably 10, 11 years old. I always said I wanted to be that Uncle Mike. So I got several nephews, nieces that have turned me into that Uncle Mike, and I appreciate it. But I'm glad to be here, y'all. Let me know what kind of questions I can answer, because that introduction there was a little, I don't know if it was fabricated, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
Not the way they speak about you.
I'm going to try.
You are an entrepreneur.
Right.
You are a very vital, what's the word I'm going to look for? Participant in the village of your family. You have had 9 children that we can count come through your home that were not yours, but you participated in raising them and making sure they got on the right path.
Correct.
You are a husband.
Correct.
You are an uncle. Clearly, that Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
And you have successfully taken every hand that was dealt to you and figured out how to make it work for you, correct? Then I guess I wasn't lying. All right.
She got you on that one there, Mike.
Because reality is, most people can, to be honest, and it's not no knock to nobody, most of us can barely handle the ones that came from us in our house.
Listen.
To bring through 9 more and put them through school is massive. Because we had your nephew on who praised you to the highest level.
Yes, he did.
One of my best friends works for you and does an amazing job. So tonight we're going to dig into all that. But first, tell us who Mike is as a man.
Well, I really don't know where to start, only because I have this thing that I can't take any credit for anything that I've done because I serve a God that I serve a God that knows no bounds. He knows no limits. And I've been always told that so long as I believe in him and I praise him, he's gonna make it happen for me. And I don't want to sound like what the kids call it, a holy roller, but please believe that my God is better than everybody else's God. I'm selfish with mine. When I say a prayer, he answers right away. When I whisper something, he makes it happen. I'm here. You guys don't know I'm here because I just said day before yesterday, I got to get me a platform because I'm starting a brokerage class and I need to get my social media presence up. I get a text message that says, Uncle Mike, you're talking tonight. So I'm here to tell you that that's my God. That is my God. Habakkuk 2:2 tells us, write the vision, make it plain on tablet. For those that read it will run. Even though that vision tarry, you got to wait on it. So think about it. Everything we do in life right now is a rule. That rule has been given to us. We're riding down the street. When you turn at the corner, it's a stop sign there. That stop sign says stop. Why does it say stop? Somebody wrote it there. They made it. It says stop, so you stop because it's a law. Somebody wrote it down. When you write things down, it becomes a law. When you write things down for yourself, it becomes a law. That just makes you change your trajectory and how you think. On my mirror right now, to this day, my kids will tell you, everybody's mirror in the house says $19,230.77. $19,230.77. Say, Mike, what is that? $19,230.77 times 52 is $1 million a year. Easiest way to get to it, you write it down. You write it down and see it. You say, oh, this ain't my 19,000. How you get to 19,000? Oh, 19 1,000s. How you get to 1,000? Oh, I had $100 and I turned it into $1,000. I didn't do that same thing 19 times every week to get this money. Motivation? I gave it away to the kids. They spent it. Y'all saw a nephew, Twan.
Nephew got a nice look, huh?
Yes. Y'all saw nephew Twan. He was well dressed. He did good. I mean, listen.
Shouts out Twan.
He got a village in Miami that took care of him as well. But nephew Twan wasn't cheap, y'all. And I ain't trying to be funny, He was not cheap. He pledged the greatest fraternity this side of church, this side of heaven. So no, he did. So and that wasn't cheap. He made a phone call, said, Uncle Mike, I said, boy, say less, we got it. So the only way you can do these things and bless your village is you got to hustle. You got to work hard. 2:17 this morning, I was up. 2:17 this morning. I had a new mission. I had an opportunity to do something new, and I needed to put myself in a space of saying, okay, what do I need to do? How do I need to get prepared for this? So 2:17 this morning, I was preparing. 2:17 this morning, because nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. That sleep is the cousin of death to me. I know your body needs sleep. It has to rejuvenate itself. I understand that. But the person that tells you need 8 hours worth of sleep, they're lying to you. They're trying to hold you down. Because your body really don't need all of that. Because if you're not awake and manifesting the things that you wrote down, you're selling yourself short. Every day, my children always say, Daddy, you up already? If they wake up and I'm asleep, it's a problem. They think there's something wrong. Daddy, you all right?
The whole house confused.
Yeah, they want to know what's going on. Why are you not awake? Why are you not doing something? Because my mantra, I was always taught by my grandfather, off your ass and on your feet.
That's a big one. What's the most valuable lesson? Like, I don't want to say a failure, but what moment did you do something you like, you know what? I learned a big lesson from that. I'll never do that again.
Sold drugs. Educated, black kid, fairly okay family. My grandfather had a store. Other grandfather was great produce man. Sold produce, fruits, and vegetables. I learned to hustle from my granddad. sold drugs. That was some ignorant ass shit for me to do. And I got to say it that way because it wasn't a thing of I needed to do this. I was trying to fit in.
Mm.
So God sat me down.
Mm.
He said, "Sir, we're not doing this. Could have been something way different." 109 days, I went on vacation.
Cool.
Told everybody that will listen, don't have to worry about me. They give you this big speech. Hey, y'all, we'll see 85% of y'all in 6 months. Chunk me the deuces, okay? They never got to worry about that. Never got to worry about that. Because I understand that this is not something that you have to do. You get that same money out here talking and having a conversation with you guys.
All right.
And understand and say, okay, I'm going to feed in the Hurt. Hurt, what you got going on? Oh, well, I got this going on. All right, Hurt, I got a few dollars, man. Let me invest in you. Same way you're going to invest in something else, invest right here.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible mistake, though.
How do you choose what opportunities to pursue and which ones to pass on?
Oh, it is.
I got stuff I need to know.
So, I am a big right now person. Right now. The iron is hot. You gave me an idea. You talked to me about it. I'm going to try it right now.
Have you ever met Herc? This is Mr. Right Now as well. Y'all from the same tribe.
Because what I see is, and I tell this to my wife all the time. And by the way, those extra 9, I couldn't have did it without her. I brought those extra 9 home with no permission.
Oh
No.
Jesus.
No, with no permission. And I'm going to say that it's not. I'm not being a bully. I'm not. It was no permission, and all she said was, "Okay, I got it."
Shouts out to the wife.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
No. When I say no permission, I showed up and she said, "What are we doing?" I said, "Well, Junior's here. We're 22 years old. I'm 22. She's 21. Junior's 12. What the hell we doing with Junior?"
Yeah.
You right? Nope. Bring it on. But so as far as those opportunities, I would say no. When I say no, my no is really a no. But for the most part, so far, God has blessed me to see the things that say, okay, hey, they can make this work. So those things, they can make it work. So let's try it. Let's make it work.
So how does all that, like we're talking about mental well-being, how does all that deal with your mental, getting up at 217, dealing with 9 that weren't yours, all the opportunities and businesses you got going on, like, does it end up like stress you out mentally?
So yes, of course. But my mental is different because everybody thinks that I'm a little strange, only because I try to compartmentalize and I pray a lot. When I walked to your front door and there wasn't no light on, I said my prayers before I knocked on the door. Because that's the only way we're going to survive this thing, is covering. Every day, covering. I told you, I'm on day number 1,811.
Sure did.
Of praying on Facebook out loud. That's when I started counting 1,811 days ago. So I tried therapy. It was pretty good. I quit therapy because I found myself hustling my therapist.
You ever met Ian?
No, seriously, I did.
Oh,
I believe you can hustle a therapist.
Yeah, that's what it was. I found myself hustling my therapist because now I'm understanding what you're going to tell me and what you're going to ask me and why you're asking me these things. So I'm going to give you what you need so you'll leave me the hell alone.
So you let me go about my business.
Let me go on about my business. Let me check this box.
You sure you don't know Ian?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I mean, this is God. He said God brought us together. Were you not listening?
Now listen, because it makes sense.
So tell us about some of your business ventures that you have going on.
So, well, right now, everybody knows I'm in trucking. I got a few pieces of property that we rent out as well. I got a freight brokerage business. I got a dispatch service. And those things, they encumbered a lot of my time, a lot of my efforts. But what I'm also proud to say is I'm an ultimate middleman. I'm the ultimate middleman. If you have something going on, I want to try to help you get to where you're going with what you're doing. So I can't list the businesses because I've helped somebody do this, or they've helped me do this, or they allowed me to invest in this with them. Ultimate middleman. Just believe in your friends. All your friends got ideas. They all have ideas. They just don't have anybody to push them or help them to be the catalyst to say, hey, how are we going to get there?
What's a fair percentage if you're gonna help your friends?
So that hustle comes several ways. It all depends on if this is going to be a long-term deal.
Mm-hmm.
What do I have to do besides either give you an idea or invest in you? Now, if you want me to do some work now, I need some more money. I need a bigger percentage. But if I just got to invest in you and say, hey, look, we're going to work this out. Can I get a nickel? Say, hey, you just want 5%? Yeah, 5%. Goes a long way.
For the duration of the business.
For the duration of the business. I want 5%. So 5% is a fair number, I think. People may say, oh, well, no, how you going to get 5% if you're not working? How do you get here if I didn't give you what I had?
Right.
Whether it was my time, talent, or my finances.
Right.
And most people don't understand that. They want to say, my dad told me one time, it was so funny. He said, hey, boy, keep your eyes on your own paper. I was like, what, sir? What? And I didn't, about 2-3 years went by before I understood what he meant. Keep your eyes on your own paper. This is your money. This is your pile of bread that you've accumulated. Stop looking over there. Yeah, you looking over there for that ain't yours. Focus on yours. Because if you don't focus on yours, it's going to dwindle and go away.
Definitely going to disappear.
Because I'm trying to say, oh man, Ian, I can't let you make more than me. Why? Your success is my success. The more successful you become, because I'm with you, the more successful I got to become. Right? So I want you successful.
So do you surround yourself around successful people? You just said you about to say that.
What? I always want to be the weakest link in my team, and I'm doing pretty good. So if I'm doing this good, everybody else is doing better, and they're gonna help pull me up, and we're gonna learn from each other. Still sharp and steel.
Right.
So
iron sharp as iron.
Iron sharp as iron.
Right.
I want to be the weakest link. The people I surround myself with are gonna uplift me as much as I'm uplifting them. I don't want nobody I gotta drag. I gotta wake up every morning. I don't want the people around me no more.
But we come through things where you got childhood friends, you got different people. So you and I talked earlier, and you said you got to surround yourself around, when you reach that level of success, you surround yourself around those type of people. How does that happen? Like starting from nothing, how do you build yourself to get into those rooms and remain in those rooms for the opportunities to come?
Be genuine. Be you. Some people think I'm an asshole Mike. So I stay that way. No, and that's real talk. You have to be yourself. If you're not yourself, you can't keep this fakeness on forever. You got to show yourself. You got to pull that mask off. One day when the mask comes off, then everything falls apart. So the only way you stay in that room is the same people they met is the same people they have to talk to. The same people they have to stay around. You follow me? I got a dog right now. We got the same. Our relationship is different. We can go a month without saying anything to each other. But when we do speak, we're ready. He understands I'm me, and I understand he's him. I don't expect anything different from him. But when you start changing on people, that's when everything falls apart, because it's like, oh, you weren't this way. No, I'm same way. But now I do disagree with just successful people being around you. Won't work. And the reason I said it won't work is you got to have balance. You got to have somebody that you're going to be able to pour into their life and motivate them and do some things with them. I got some friends, and I won't call their name because they probably watching. They're going to cuss me later. But I love them dearly. I call them time and time, right? But my dogs, they are going here. They just don't know it yet. Because, oh, no, I don't want to do business. I don't want to be in business. I don't want to do this. That's my challenge. My challenge is to change their mindset, to show them that they can do this. They will be able to do this. I mean, I'm talking, this man is probably the smartest person I know, but does not want any parts of the business world. Oh man, I'm content right here. So you can't just have successful people around you, because then I think you lose your edge. You lose your motivation, because it's like, okay, this is regular. You find yourself going to the pool hall. I'm a bourbon drinker, and you ordering a Blanton's, and you say, hey, no, Oh, you ordering a Woodford? Can I get a Woodford Reserve? Y'all got double oak? No, we just got Woodford Reserve. That's cool. Bring me a single cube Woodford. And they show back up, and it's in a plastic glass, and it's 1 cube of ice in there this big. And you realize that your mindset has changed about things because you're used to going places, and when you order, you say, I need a Woodford. Let me get a double with a single cube, and you get a big block of ice in your drink.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen. So you have to be in the space to be able to show other people that as well. Hey, come on, let's go. We're going to run down here to Halls and have dinner. Halls? First of all, some people didn't know what the hell Halls was. And then when you sit down, my parents, tell you a quick story. We sent my parents on my dad's birthday to Roof Chris. My parents and my in-laws. So my mom, my dad, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. We sent them to Roof Chris. Was my dad and my father-in-law birthday a couple days apart. We gave them a gift card. They brought back change. And they complained. Oh, who's gonna pay $40 for this chicken? So y'all not paying?
It's on the gift card that you have to use there.
They brought back change, and I promise you, my mom probably still has that gift card in her wallet till this day with the change on it. She never spent the rest of it.
Oh, Jesus.
That's crazy.
Because they got that mentality.
Yeah. You guys, why y'all doing this? Well, we want to show you our gratitude. Thank y'all for being good parents. Thank you for being good stewards. I tell anybody, I got the best mother-in-law and father-in-law in the world. Listen, my mother-in-law probably goes to sleep about 2:00 in the morning, right? So I know
She in my tribe.
it's late night, and I call Miss Sandra. She said, yes, sir. Every single time she gonna answer. And she'll talk to me for 30 minutes about nothing. So you got to have those people in your life. Everybody plays a part. It's just like a team. Everybody plays a part. So you have your highfalutin people. You have your rich people. You got to have those people that keep you balanced. And then you have those ride or die folks that no matter what, down in the mud, in the dirt, they got you. Help you bury the body if you need to. Those are the ones you got to have.
Yeah. Still got the shovel.
You got to have it, right? You got to have those, and that gives us balance. That gives us balance. I mean,
Everybody serves a purpose.
gives us balance. I've had people who snatch me and my wife and say, "Hey, y'all, come on, let's go." We done been to Brazil. We done been to Tokyo. We probably done. I know I got, let's say, 40 stamps in my passport so far in the last 4 years.
It's a lot of stamps.
And it's all because of other people though. Because they bring you along, they pour into your life. So you gotta pour, it's your job to pour into other people's lives. Don't be selfish with it. Somebody pour into your life, pour. Keep pouring.
That's powerful. You were talking earlier because you wanted to give an example. So we were talking about the mental, the emotional, but the financial growth. And I was saying to you, it's mind blowing how somebody could, we just said this, somebody could have the same hand. You take it, you can win with it. They look at it and they're like, I don't know what to do with it. But we were talking about a business that you're about to help grow. So when you talk about that wealth building, looking at that business you're about to help grow now, the tax business.
Right.
You're taking something that someone was doing and they were doing okay with it, but it's not a big deal to them. But you saw greatness in it. So you're investing into a friend. How does that look? Like, what are the steps to that process? And what did you envision that they missed?
So first off, Trust in Collins Tax Service.
Yes.
I've been telling Leah, I probably met Leah.
Shout out to
3
Leah
years
since you
ago.
gonna name drop.
Yeah.
Got to. Yeah, got to. 3 years ago, maybe 4. And I said, darling, you're extremely smart.
Very.
She has a hustle mentality,
Yes, Lord.
but she has this is enough. That's not okay. Not for me. Because when I see something in a person, I get upset with myself because I want to push them to say, hey, we got this. So I gave her a small goal this year. I said, look, we're going to take this tax business. We're going to do 1,000 returns. We're going to take this tax business. We're going to do 1,000 returns. I said, how many did she say? I probably did, I think 40 or 50 or something like that. Maybe 60 or 70. So we're going to do 1,000 returns. We're going to build a team of people. She's gonna head this thing. We're gonna keep the pressure on her. Because what happens is we all lack accountability from people. Herc, I'm gonna hold on to you. Herc say, Mike, we're gonna work out every day. But then Herc lets me go. I'm willing to do it, but he stopped coming. I tell her the same thing for me. When I want something done, I got a guy right now that holds my feet to the fire. He'll call, Mike, you told me to keep you accountable, so I'm calling. The accountability is huge for us. So I feel if I hold her accountable, she already has the tools that she needs.
It's just making her use them.
Yeah, she already has the tools that she needs. She has all the tools that she needs. She has the drive that she needs. She has everything at her beck and call. But she don't have anybody holding her accountable for it. So let's do this.
So what happens when you got people who will hold you accountable, but the minute you are not moving yourself, they're like, you know what, forget it, because you're not trying no more, so I'm gonna keep fighting.
So you gotta have a cutoff point. You gotta have a cutoff point. Whether you invested in them or not, you gotta have a cutoff point. Because if not, once you get to a limit to say, okay, hey, look, I'm gonna give you a year, or I'm gonna give you 6 months, and we're gonna work on this. We're gonna work on this, and we're gonna work on this. And then 181 days, you stop. Okay, I might try it for another week or two. But then when you stay too long, it's a problem. Because now I want more for you than you want for yourself. We tell our children that all the time. Listen, we can't want these grades more than you want them for yourself. If you don't want it, we can't want it more. And that's what's always been taught to us. You have to want it for yourself. But now, come on, let me put a little fertilizer on it. Everything that we know that we have in life grows through some shit. Period. That fertilizer that's there, you got to come up through that in order to blossom.
Absolutely.
Everything we eat, everything we look like, everything we grow. So come on, let me help you get through the dirt. Everybody got a little dirt on. So let me help you get through the dirt.
Using your example, you said
Which
like
one
if a return was 250, right? Like your charge was 250. What you make from doing a return is 250. If she was doing, I'm just giving an example. If she was doing 250 a return and she did 40 or 50, she made what, 10,000?
Yeah.
But if she did the 1,000 that he said, that's 250,000 in 4 months.
And it's just 250. And you got to look at it that way. It's just 250 because what happens is some people you scare them with big numbers. It's just 250. You said that's 250. No, it's just 250. That's all it is. It's just 250.
You add that one word, changes everything.
Yes,
Changes everything.
it's just 250. How do I get this? Oh, it's just 250. How you get it? 1,000 returns, $250 in return. Just 250.
Which means you got to hustle.
Just 250 though. It's
Hmm.
feasible. We write it down. We make the vision.
You have a rule about that. What's your rule about writing the vision down? You're saying, I should say.
You got to write it. You got to write it. Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision, make it plain on tablet. That vision is going to come at an appointed time, but you got to write that thing. You got to write it. You got to read it. You got to believe it. You know it's there. You know it's there. That's how everybody should view what they have going on. I've been telling my kids, some people sick of me for saying it. I've been saying next level for probably the last 5-6 years. I don't tell people congratulations or happy birthday, happy anniversary. If I say something to you on Facebook, it only says next level. My little sister turns 40 today. I just sent her a text on the way over here. Next level, sister. She knows what it means. I don't formally have to say happy birthday because she understands. That's what I'm telling her. Next level, baby. God woke you up to see another day. It's the next level. It's your next
Sound
level.
like you, don't it? Every time I hear something, I be like, it sound like you, don't it?
I'm just saying. God saw fit to wake me up to give me another chance at this thing called life.
Yeah.
How do we get our mindsets? So many of us, we make excuses. I'm gonna say that, and they're valid ones. Like, I want to build something that's just $1 million. Since you say put it just in front of it, it's just $1 million. But I got these kids. But I got to rest. But it's so much going on. So you've balanced raising other kids, a marriage, and a business. How do you balance all of those?
Prayer. Gotta pray first. And then you got to say, whatever happens, happens.
What does that mean?
Because you get to a space and saying, I can't control this.
Mm.
F it. We're going to figure it out tomorrow. I can't do this. I'm not giving up on you. Let's table this till tomorrow. Let's figure this out. Then I might come back and I'm lying because I said, let's figure it out tomorrow. About an hour later, I'm back. All right. We got this. No, for real, because you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I got an idea. Let's try this. Let's try this. So that balance comes with a village. It comes with people helping you. It comes with everybody in your circle. So like I said, I brought the kids home. Didn't ask permission of my wife. It was okay. So then I tell my sister, hey, my kids need to do, or she will interject and say, my children, your children need this. I've probably been, my wife gets bothered by it, but I've probably been robbed, let's say 10,000 times by my best friend, who's my sister. She has robbed. She has robbed. No. I'm talking about robbed, stolen, fraud, forgery, the whole 9 yards. If she thinks that my children need it or they want it, where your daddy checkbook? You got your daddy card?
They gonna have it.
Mike, where's the card at? Okay, no, she go a step further. She will spend her money and then send me a request
To
for
get
the
it
money back. Ma'am, I didn't volunteer for this. Well, your kids needed it. But I learned to appreciate that because there were a lot of things that I wanted to do with my children that she did. And she just took the initiative and said, shit. My mom watching, she gonna be like, boy, you been cussing. She just, hey, Mike, the kids want to go such and so I made arrangements. So that's how we got here. My village afforded me the opportunity to work when my children wanted to go to Disney World. She took them to Disney World. Other family members took them places, but she would always come and get them, pile them up in the car. Yeah, it might have been my dime later on, however it worked out, but she made sure they had those experiences. Your daddy working, leave him alone. She understood the assignment. Your daddy working, leave him alone. You know how many vacations I done went on with my laptop, my iPad? The children know, okay, we're in Jamaica. But from about 6 a.m. till lunchtime, daddy's on his computer. Y'all go ahead, they're by the pool, they're doing what they're doing, but I'm still working. They understood that assignment. My parents understood that assignment. They come get the kids. My in-laws understood that assignment because everybody benefited. Everybody benefited. I got one nephew right now that I did not buy his first vehicle. I have one. Everybody else got their first car from me.
How many nieces and nephews got the car?
Let's see.
Did you call him Uncle Mike?
Because
if 7, 8.
That's a commitment, man.
That's more
That's
than
a
a
hell of a
commitment.
But I always wanted to make their parents upset with me. No, I did. Because that was my way of motivating them to say, get off y'all ass and level up for your kids.
Babies.
I got a nephew who he probably won't learn to drive for another year or two. But on his 18th birthday, he got his first car from me. That's been my goal, to give them their first vehicle. I got some little ones that I gotta say, okay, Lord, I gotta keep this thing going.
Speaking of keep going, what's your secret to your discipline?
Prayer.
I know.
Prayer.
I mean, it all comes back.
Bring it back to the Lord.
I can tell you, I mean, by no stretch of the imagination am I to paint myself as this good guy. But what I have is a good God that always makes sure, boy, you got it. Listen, when I didn't have it, I would sleep in the car after the club because I know if I go home, I'm not going to church. So I will pull up. My grandmother was the pastor. My granddaddy was the deacon. I pull up at the church. I lock the doors. I lay the seat back. Smelling like everything but what you're supposed to smell like. I had to go to Sunday school.
All right.
that was my discipline because I understood if I sow this little seed, like God gonna run me down for it. He ran me down every single time I did it. He ran me down for it. When I didn't have, sowed my little seed, he ran me down for it. So my discipline, honestly, comes from God. I just don't want to make. I want to make sure He hasn't robbed me, so I don't want to rob Him. I may not go to church how I'm supposed to go to church now, but He knows I talk to Him all day. When I want to give up on stuff, I look and I say, okay, Lord, how are we going to do this? And I don't have to worry about it. I woke up this morning to a new venture. Literally, woke up this morning to a new venture. Got a text message, say, hey, come get this. I was driving back from Rock Hill.
She told me.
Right.
Yeah, you had to go pick up. Yeah.
On a new venture.
Yeah.
I had to go make sure my driver understood the assignment. Hey, I'm here. Let's figure this out together. Because it doesn't stop. It does not stop. If we stop, we're dead. That's how I feel about it. If we stop, we're not here anymore.
This new generation, I even say this new generation, this world we're in right now is selfish. And I say that because you got women who are looking at men and saying, what can you do for me? I want you to build this for me. You got men who are looking at women saying, all you want to do is take. And I'm not going to get in no marriage because she ain't going to take nothing from me. But you were building a success that allowed you to buy all the nieces and nephews. Step one, a car. Shouts out to y'all. And you not one time said, I'm worried about my wife taken. What is the importance of having the right person by you?
So I can say that comes with their upbringing. I'm a big interview person. I'm not superficial, but I'm an interview person. Had it not been for my favorite Aunt Frances, her aunt, her parents, and her village over there, I can honestly tell you that wouldn't be my wife. Because I had to look back here first before I knew what kind of potential she had, because she didn't know what potential she had. Like, I didn't know what potential I had. So it allowed us to grow together, but it also allowed her to have this discipline to say, all right, no matter what, I know you get on my nerves, but I got you. Because I done got on her nerves, okay? I done wore out her last nerves, as the people say. But it still allowed us to be in a space to say, I ain't going to quit on you, you ain't going to quit on me. Let's level up.
They talk about staying power. Have you ever looked at life when you were younger, when you knew you were getting there, and thought to yourself, nah, I ain't doing that because this person going to take this from me? Because you don't seem like you have that mentality where you feared, like, oh, this marriage is going to take from me. Like a lot of people now, you hear them talking like marriage is a death sentence or hell. But for successful people, they talk about it in a different aspect.
So when you say take, are you saying take financially? We talking about emotionally?
The way they talking all of it, money, emotions, they take all of it.
The mental.
So again, my sister's been robbing me for years. So honestly, I've never worried about being that portion of it, because for the most part, I didn't care. And not saying I didn't care that way, I just didn't care, because I was always taught the same way it comes, it goes. The same way they printed that, they're going to print some more. So let's figure it out. Now, I can say through growth and things that I've experienced and things that I'm learning now, that mental part of it, that stability there that says, hey, what do you do when you want to give up? You got to have somebody that's going to fight. She fights. And I can say that she's a fighter. Like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Okay. We're not doing this. I appreciate her for it. I never really get to say it out loud because I'm a man's man first. I can walk in a room and there's 10 females in there and there's 2 men. I'm going to talk to the men because that's how I was raised. I may speak to the ladies, but I'm going to talk to the men. Because I understand that there's a thing in here that says, well, this is how you were reared, this is how you were raised. I'm going to work the room. Eventually, after getting permission from the men in the room to make sure it's okay, I'll work the room. I can tell you that's something, being transparent, my wife don't like it. She's okay with it, but she don't like it because she's like, why you got to talk to everybody? That's how we got here.
Yeah, that networking.
That's how we got here.
That's
You got
true.
to open up your mouth. We have not because we ask not.
That is true.
You don't ask for it. How you going to get it?
All right.
That's like you send an invoice to a customer. They don't pay. You call them, right?
Right. You follow up.
How
Hey, you got that?
how you gonna get that money if you don't ask for it? We gotta ask for it.
You
That's
gotta
even,
get out there and
you
speak.
break it down in relationships. You want a girl, you want to go out on a date with her. If you don't ask her, she can't read your mind. You gotta ask for it.
So this mindset to being closed in and selfish is not gonna help anybody prosper, basically.
No. I watch these knuckleheads on YouTube and Facebook, and they're saying, "Oh well, it's all about me. And he has to do this to please me." Lady, please. Because seriously, because if you don't put yourself in a space of submission or a space to say, what can I do to serve him, or what can I do to serve her, you're never going anywhere. That selfishness it gotta get checked at the door, or whatever you think your level of selfishness is, because everybody has a different tolerance for selfishness. You know, my tolerance may be different than your tolerance. You can say, hey, look, oh, you didn't bring me anything to eat when you stopped to the store. I may not consider that being selfish, but somebody else may, right? You
Right.
feel me? That's a little different. So I think we're kind of being poisoned by our best friend, the computer,
Yes,
and our
Lord.
cell phones, because it's teaching us things that we shouldn't be taught, and it's brainwashing us in such a way. It's telling us, hey, well, you need to do this, and you know that's not what you were taught. You know that's not what grandma said. You know that's not what granddad said.
At all.
At all.
Do you go through her a lot for your business decisions?
No, and she's mad at me for that all the time. No. I mean, you want me to be honest here, and we got some rules going on now. We at day number 14, and we're writing down some rules to Christmas. I think that's going to be my rule 13 for tomorrow.
Oh,
Because just to consult with her, confer with her a little more, because she's always saying, well, you made this decision. You didn't tell me. Now, this is me being selfish. It's how we got here. No, seriously.
I get it.
You say this is how we got here, baby. I did this. You asked, how long does it take if a person presents you with an idea or a business venture or a thought, and you say, I'm going to process it, or how long does it take you to process it? That's my problem. If I feel the iron's hot, we got to strike now. I can't go home and read the fine print. I can't go home and try to stew on it, because I went home and now I came back and Ian bought the deal. I missed it because I waited. I hesitated.
No.
So I'm working on that.
but she has to trust you, to trust that you're going to make good decisions.
No. Hands down. Super smart lady. When I say super smart, she borderline nerd, right? I'm serious. Anytime you can do data analyst work all day long, and
Shouts out to data analyst nerds. It's okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, but that's been our thing. You know, we have some balance. We got some growing to do. What my grandma always told me: keep living, boy.
Keep on living.
Keep having birthdays. The sun does not rise and shine on you. So we keep having birthdays, and we figuring it out. We don't have perfect days all the time, but we figuring it out.
So right now, if there's an entrepreneur out there, or a person who wants a business, has an idea, has an LLC, has a vision, big dreamer, whatever they got.
Stop sitting on it.
If they're sitting on $1 million idea, they don't have a clue. But they got, and we have friends who have them. We have caterers. We have people who have transportation businesses. We have people who have a variety of different businesses. But what mind, not in the mindset, because we know the mindset now. First of all, they got to pray. But what steps do they need to take to build those businesses to the next level when they write down their goals? Because everybody wants to skip to get to success.
You can't. It's one push up at a time. It's 5 pounds, then 10 pounds, then 20 pounds, then 120 pounds. You can't skip a step. And when I say you can't skip a step, you can't skip a step because whatever your business is or whatever your goal is, you got to say, okay, fine. I wrote it down first. Let me write this down. Let me see, where do I start? Now, then you start pulling from the people that you know who can help me with this. Because everybody in your village has a strength. All your tools, God gave them all to you. All you gotta do is look around. They're right there. So those people with those businesses and those ideas, what I would say is poll your audience first. You have everything that you need probably in about a 5 to 7 person radius. Because somebody has something that you don't have, and somebody's thinking about it in a way that you're not thinking about it. That would be honestly my first way to start. I wouldn't say, oh, well, no, you got to put together a business plan. No, that's going to come. That's part of the steps. Poll your audience. Sit down and talk to some people. But be selective of who you tell your dreams to. Because we have dream killers and we have naysayers that sit there all the time. They want to mooch. They want to eat with you, but they don't want to see you do better. You know who those people are. You have that discernment in your spirit. God gave it to you. So go ahead and you feed them with that long handled spoon. You smile at them, but you have the conversation over here.
Because every time you say something that sound like you, I be like, nah, I'm gonna cuss them out. You be like, no, you can't.
You
ain't gonna do that.
You don't. You don't have to. You
have to cuss
you
them
kind of
out.
leave them right there.
Just deal with them accordingly.
Yeah, you leave them right there. Leave them right there. Then you build things with people. You build things with people because you said it best too. I definitely don't want to be the smartest person in my group. If I'm the smartest person, oh no, man, y'all tripping. I need some smart people. I need some rich people. I need some well-balanced people. I don't need to be the person that y'all looking at to say, oh, Mike, what we doing? Oh, let me look at you sometime. That's all a part of your success pool. Because as you're growing, this thing, it hurts. People are going to suffer. Your relationship is going to suffer. Family's going to suffer. Your children are going to be like, really, Daddy?
Some growing pains.
But when it happens for you. And you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. Tomorrow I'm pushing. 5 o'clock in the morning, I know I'll be up. Matter of fact, I'll probably be in Aiken at 6:30 in the morning.
Good God Almighty.
But you got to keep pushing. You can't. You got to have balance. I get that. You got to have a little rest. I get it. But you still have to have that inner drive. Can't nobody have that inner drive more than you. You want that success? Go out and get it. It's out there. We live in a world now that everybody can be wealthy if they want to be. Because everything out here is something else that somebody else wants. Somebody else want it. Somebody else want to know how to do it. Somebody else want to be able to understand it. Like I told you, I'm here because I'm doing a brokerage class. I'm supposed to launch it at the end of the year. I got some people that's already lined up. I stopped one of the classes because I told my student, I was like, listen, I need you to have my undivided attention. And I got something else going on right now. So I don't want to involve you in what I have going on.
Knowing how to say no or not now.
You have to, because if not, what happens is you tarnish your brand.
Oh,
when you tarnish that brand, it's like tarnishing that good name.
My name is my name.
Right. That's what you have. And the only way you make that happen, you say, okay, no. Now I can honestly tell you now, I did learn that from therapy. Shout out to my therapist. Miss Erin was a shit for that. She taught me to say no. Because I would never say no. When I say I would never say no, I would no. I would never say no. Family members, friends, almost strangers, I would never say no. They can call, and I know it's a bad idea to loan you these $319.22 for your light bill. Because you say I'm going to give it back to you on Friday, Mike, I promise. Learn from my daddy, boy. If you're willing to loan it, you're willing to give it away. So sometimes you can't expect it back.
Mm. Mm.
No, that's the truth.
That is true.
That's the guys on the truth.
So when people are polling their audience, like you got, because I say that because every time you talk, I kid you not, it's like 27, 30 people. So people are out there like, okay, how do we get where he is at? And I'm curious, like for them, if you have a
Prayer.
question, drop it in, but pray. Because you said prayer, you said not being stingy, you said writing it down, but really running with their business. Like you talked about earlier, someone else's business that you had, and you were able to get it going. But even when you kind of step back, they slowed down because you can't force them to have the drive.
Correct.
But if someone has a business right now and it's not moving, it's not going like they want to do, but they know this is what they're meant to do, how do they figure out what they're missing?
Sometimes you have to take your hands off it. Because I told you, you have those people in your circle already. They already know what you need.
You know what that sound like?
I just told you you're part of your tribe.
They,
Jeez
they
Louise.
already know what you need.
I don't think KIWD.
They see what you need.
Mhm.
They understand it. You just got to be able to trust them with it. Said, oh, this is my baby, this is my brainchild, so I'm not gonna let anybody else mess with it. Wrong. Let somebody else show you.
Be willing to listen.
Be willing to listen. Even though it's yours, be willing to listen. You got to step back and say, I don't know it all. If I know it all, I wouldn't be me. But there's some bad advice out there too now. I'm not trying to be funny. There's some,
bad.
but again, you got to discern. You have to discern. You have to be able to pull that spirit of discernment out. That needs to be out front to say, hey, you know, that little hair on the back of your neck, stand up. Run. Run. But no, that's what I would say. If you're working on your business and you honestly think that you're giving it the time, the effort, your motivation, and you hit a brick wall, lean on somebody else. Tell somebody that you trust with your idea, with your business. Hey, look at this and see what I'm missing. Look at this and see what I'm missing. Like I told you, I'm getting ready to do a class. And I probably know every FMCSA form for the South Carolina DMV by heart. But if you don't ask me about the form, I'm not going to remember to tell you to put it down on paper in order to give it to you for my class. But if you question it, I can pull it out. So you want to be able to bounce some ideas off of some like-minded people. If you don't have those people in your circle, get you another circle.
My people perish for lack of knowledge.
Yes. Get you another circle.
What do you say? If I can't change the people around me, then I got to change the people around me.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hello. That's ultimate. If you can't change those people around you, you gotta change the people around you, and that's easy. And you say it's easy because I told you I got it time and time. My dog, he's changing. He's changing.
Mm-hmm.
He's changing. He's changing, and I'm saying it out loud. He's changing. There was things that he didn't want to do. Man didn't want to travel with us. We done took the man out of the country several times. Let's go, dog. He might complain about it when we get back to the house, but we're changing the people around us, one person at a time. Because at the end of the day, these are your people. You already love them. Now let me love you in such a way so I'm gonna make you better. But selfishly, I want to make you better so you can help make me better. I've always gotten my wife feels that I hustle people. I said, baby, look, I'm only doing this for these people. I'm only doing this for these people's children because one day I want them to do it for my children.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why are you doing that? Because prayerfully, one day if my children need,
They'll do it.
they're going to be like, hold on. And yes, I'm building a sense of obligation. I'm obligating you now to do for my kids because I did something for you. I didn't ask for anything in return. I tried not to ask for anything in return on purpose because I want to build my war chest of favors. But I want my favors to go to my children. Because if you think about it now, if those young people that you raised, reared, they're your kids and they're okay, when we get in our former days, that means we have to be okay. Because I don't have to worry about you because you got it.
Hmm.
You got it financially, you got it spiritually, you have people around you, you have it emotionally, you got it. So I can relax. Think about how many grandparents and great grandparents you still see teaching their adult children, 50 and 60 years old, grandma 70 and 80, and she's still teaching you. It's okay to get the wisdom, but she shouldn't be teaching you the basics.
That's true.
Grandma should be relaxing. Granddad should be relaxing. Just my opinion, y'all.
So you said next year we're gonna make it the greatest financial, successful, emotional, and mental year of our lives, right?
That's the plan.
That's the plan. So, and based off what you told us today,
It all starts with prayer.
it all starts with prayer. And you gotta write it down.
Right.
You need an accountability partner that's gonna stand on you to make sure you get it through. But what else do we need to have to make those things happen? If you started from the ground.
That sounds like a pretty good playbook right there.
It is. It's a pretty damn good playbook, ain't it?
The ground. I think everybody has a foundation. So when you start from the ground, it's just like the word is telling us. I don't want to plant my seeds on no rocky, sandy. I need my seed planted in some fertile ground.
Mhm.
So if you're not starting there, it's going to be a little different. The fowl going to come and eat it. Somebody going to sweep it away.
Mm.
The wind's going to blow it away. So we got to have a foundation. And that foundation is actually already inside us. You just got to pull it out. Can't be afraid.
What does that foundation consist of?
Okay. Come on, Ian, say it first.
Prayer.
It starts there.
No.
Because you got it. Because what I've been learning and what I've seen, you have a strong prayer life. So now when you have a strong prayer life, it literally draws different people to you. You have
Like
different
Noah and that ark.
energy, right? And they come and they pour into you because they see something in you. Because you're humble enough, one, to say, I'm praying. I'm 46 years old. I ain't afraid to tell nobody. Dog, I love God. So when you start there, you can't go wrong. He's giving you all your tools. So now, here go my tools. All right, Mike, you prayed. Yes. Faith without works is dead.
That's right.
Oh, shucks. Better get to working. No, you got to get to
Yeah,
working.
you do.
You got to get working. You got to get to work. I can't sleep for 10, 12 hours.
Mm.
You got to get to work. I'm in transportation. Transportation never sleeps. $4-5 trillion business never sleeps. Okay, so I'm just trying to get my peace. So my peace comes with a little discipline to say, okay, I'm gonna get up before everybody else, and I might go to sleep after everybody else is asleep. You got to find some type of different inner drive in yourself to say, okay, hey, prayerfully one day I get to the point where I can say, yeah, I'm gonna take me a nap on Sunday. I think I took a nap on a Sunday and I felt terrible about it because I felt like I wasted some time. I can get on a flight, I'm a Dolphins fan. So I'm a season ticket holder to the Dolphins. When the Dolphins play in Miami, I'm there. So when I'm on the flight, I put my laptop out. I got to work in route because I feel like I'm robbing myself. Mike, what you doing? You on this plane? I can't take a nap on the plane. I'm writing something. I'm typing something. I'm trying to figure out what the drivers are doing, what I got to do. So answer your question. Prayer, that inner drive. I feel, my personal feelings, you have to have a partner that understands you. You have to have a partner that understands you. Because if you don't have a partner that understands you, your dreams and visions are going to stop right there. And the reason I feel they're going to stop right there is because you got somebody else pulling in this direction when you're trying to go that way. Or you got somebody else with the nitpickiness, or they dropping little nuggets in your spirit that shouldn't be there. Oh, you can't do that. That's not going to work. No, lie to me. Let's fake it till we make it. If you don't
Speak it
have
into
that partner
existence.
that's going to literally pour into whatever it is, and it could be something bad, and you got a partner pouring into your bad ideas turn to greatness because you got somebody
Mm.
standing with you. Whatever that partner looks like. If they're not in your corner, then your corner is effed up.
Mm. I do agree. People need to be way more selective of who they have in their ear. When I prayed one time, I've heard that whoever has your heart has your ear. So you have to be very careful who you give your heart to because that's the person that you're listening to. And if they pouring something into you that's not taking you nowhere, you're gonna stay stuck. You mentioned having a stable foundation. Now, once you got that foundation going, so you got your idea, you got your foundation.
Got your inner
Now
drive.
you got your inner drive, you
You
got
woke
your
up and
prayer, you
prayed.
got your ideas, you there. But the consistency, because many of us try to wear too many hats. We got 50 million things going at one time. How do you focus to get that done? Or do you have to focus? Or what do you dedicate to make that idea a legacy?
So currently I would like to thank Vyvanse, my 40 milligram Vyvanse. It keeps me focused, right? And I'm not trying to be funny. I was all over the place before. I can start something, those 50 ideas, never finish anything. So that completion has to be something there that says, okay, how do I complete this? Now I check a box every day. I don't have my book bag. I have a book bag. In my book bag, I write down my list and I try my hardest, because you don't want to trick yourself. You say, oh, I'm gonna get 100% of these things done today. Sorry, Charlie. That's a lie. Because no, something's gonna happen.
It's true. It's
Something happens.
unrealistic.
So you want to set a realistic expectation. My realistic expectation of my list normally is 80%. If I can get 8 of the 10 things that I wrote down in the morning checked off, that starts me on my journey. But then I also know that as we phase through whatever we're doing in our businesses, it's seasonal now. It's just like people. You're going to have, you said the person that's in your ear kind of resounded with me, because you may have somebody in your ear for these 3 months. You took what you needed from them. And now you got the next 3 months of somebody else in your ear.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a whole year there's somebody else talking to you. And the world can't see it, but you understand. All right, I need to be right here for this season just to get what they have for me. I understand. Everybody's thinking, like, why are you listening to Ian? Because I hear something that Ian's saying to me that makes sense, that helps me take what I need to take and where I need to go and how I need to get there. He may not have all my answers. And then I just don't drop Ian, but it's still a thing. Okay, Ian, understand that, all right, your time frame has ran out. So now I'm not over here 5 days a week. I'm just over here 1. Still maintain that connection, but you still it's a season for everything. Everything. I don't care if you think about it, however you put it together, it's a season for it. You say, oh, okay, well, I didn't think about it that way. Season might be 5 years, might be 10 years, it could be 7 years, it could be 2 days, but it's a season for everything.
You got to respect that. Listen,
Man, you came through and dropped some gems on
listen, I tried to tell y'all, I told you, I said, when he came on here tonight, get your notebook, get your family, sit tight, be prepared. Because,
luckily, you can always go on our YouTube channel and watch it again.
And you can go back and watch it, because I
I'm
told
definitely gonna
y'all
share it.
tonight was a wisdom night, which is why we titled tonight The Blueprint. Today, it's not saying step 1, get your LLC. Step 2, make a plan. Step 3, write a business plan out. Step 4, get a shelf. It's saying it starts within you. It's saying it starts with your village and the people around you. It's saying, like you said, your foundation. And above all, if you didn't hear nothing else, it starts with a strong relationship with God. Period. Point blank, end of story. No debates, no debacles. You got to have that relationship. When you get that relationship, the ideas, the discernment, the understanding, everything you need just starts to come, along with the resources that come your way. So tonight was the blueprint on how to make next year the best year ever. It don't matter who's the president. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter what's going on with you right now. If you take what you learned today and build what you got to build in yourself, you will achieve what you said you wanted to get to. But if you go back to the same habits and do the same thing, try again next year. It's your choice. It's up to you. But the key is,
listen, I don't want none of y'all saying on January 3rd, I done messed this year. We're going to try again next year. No, you stumble, just get back on your feet and keep it moving.
Keep trying.
Y'all see the post?
Right.
Oh, man, it's only January 5th and I already messed up. I'm going to try again next year. No, you're going to try again on January 6th.
That's right.
We're going to make this thing happen in 2025.
Properly. One thing he said on here was, we're so busy getting wrapped up in our best friend, the internet, we forget to pick people not based off the images that they bring about, but the support that they bring into your life. So choose wisely. Your village, your everything, because everybody serves a purpose. But your plan has to have the right tools in order for it to be executed properly. We appreciate you tonight.
What do you know, sir? Thank you, man. Appreciate you coming through.
This was phenomenal. We might need to have a recap next year.
You want to shout out your brokerage class you got coming up, or is it already full?
No, it's not full yet. It's it's titled after my company, Writing Associates Management LLC. But the brokerage class, I'm going to make it a university, so it's going to start in phases because everybody has a different level, whether it's the primary, intermediate, or you got the advanced level. But so that way, I'll be able to cater to all walks of whatever this transportation business or wherever you think you are in the transportation business, because I'm pretty sure I haven't heard it all. Probably heard it once. And I'm not saying, okay, well, no, Mikey, no, I don't. But I got enough experience and I have enough stories to understand that I need to share this. Let me see how I can help you be successful. Because then most of the people that's coming to my class, I'm going to hire them. The people that's coming to I got 2 already selected. They come to my class, they already know. They're coming into my brokerage. We working together. Let's go. Let's make some money together. Because why I'm going to teach you and let you go take my knowledge to somebody else? Doesn't make any sense. Let me teach you and let's build together.
Right.
Let me teach you and then let's build together. Why not? Why not stay right here and say, okay, Mike, I appreciate it. Let me put application for what you just talking. Easy.
You got to send me the information and the link so we can put that out to sign up, because that's a phenomenal opportunity and option. Like you said, just for learning it and going in. Listen, if you didn't learn nothing from the night, I don't know what to tell you, Shawty. Can't help it, baby. Because your ear is clear. So when you pray tonight, ask God to open your ears to his word and close your ears to the world, because you're missing some memos. But if we could have you back sometime next year, twice next year if we could, 3 times if you got the time to do it. But the way that you break stuff down is phenomenal. We appreciate that. You need a moment to be able to flow what's in you out to bless others. So this is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We know we brought you all the way out here in the woods.
We had an undisclosed location. Secret Service couldn't find it.
Perhaps you said the same thing.
Yeah.
He did.
Right.
Good night, y'all. Again, rewatch it, share it with your people. And if you missed tonight, don't worry about it. It's on YouTube. But we're going to run this back because in 2025, we got to reiterate it. We're going to hold us all accountable. Next time, I'm going to have a book with my plans in it, okay? And a checkbook.
Oh, one to know one, baby. That's outside. Oh, one to know one.
You got one for you?
Those that know.
You got one for you? You got a second one you want to go with before we go? Okay. Good night, y'all.
Later. I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you.